Here we have a 2001 Audi TT Quattro in black, starting with the offside front tyre. Tread depth there, we're looking at about 3mm in the centre of the tyre. Looking on the offside front alloys, you can see we've got some curbing around the alloy, so a refurb will be required to the alloy just to smarten it up a bit. As you can see, definitely will require a refurb. Looking down the offside of the vehicle, I can see a few small dinks and dents, which I'll show you in more depth as we move along the body. Around the offside front arch, all the paint is starting to bubble here. Don't know if you can see that on the video. So it's all starting to bubble around the top end of the arch here, so probably going to rust or rusting underneath the paint there. There is some bodywork scratches that will obviously require polish. There's a dink on the front arch there. Driver's mirror, a couple of light scratches will need a mop and polish. Driver's door itself, a good mop and polish below the door here. You've got quite a few light scratches all along the door. Some light scratches on the door itself as well. Some touch-ins down the door edge of the driver's door. Moving towards the rear quarter, we've got some rust appearing on the rear arch there, as we can see. Again, some rust starting to appear around the inside of the arch as well. We've got a small dent towards the rear here, which has chipped the paintwork as well, so that's going to require some touch-ins. On top of the roof, there's anything to report there. It looks in good order. Moving towards the rear quarter, again that looks fine. Rear tyre, looking at about 4mm in the centre of the tyre there. Looking on the rear alloy, again some slight curb marks around the outside edge of the alloy as well, and some scuff to some of the spokes, so again a refurb probably will be required there. And moving towards the rear end of the vehicle, as you can see, got the two tailpipes. It is the 225 brake horsepower version, so it is a real nippy little motor. Light scratches all around the rear bumper here. It's definitely had some paint on the rear bumper as well, so definitely had a bit of paint on the rear bumper. Apart from that, top of the boot's fine, against the odd one or two light scratches. Underneath the boot tray, you can see your spare wheel in there. There's a few stains and stuff to the boot. Again, a couple of minor little marks there on the back of the leather. Your parcel shelves in there as well, so just needs a good valet, to be honest. Near side rear tyre, again we're looking at about 4mm in the centre of the tyre. Looking on at the rear alloy, again some minor little scuffs and curb marks around the alloys, so again a refurb will be required. Looking at the arch here, you've got a scuff mark which has taken the paint off there. Slightly knocked at the rear arch or the rear bumper out of line as well. Looking down the near side of the car, near side passenger door looks fine actually, can't see any dinks or dents there. Rear arch looks fine for rust, a couple of touch-ins on the door edge again, bit of a mop and polish to the door. Again, some stone chips around the wing mirror here. Front arch, again no real signs of any rust there. And the front tyre, that's going to be changing pretty soon. You've got 2mm at the most, but there is some wearing on the tyre. Front alloy, again we have got some curbing around the alloy, so again a refurb will be required just to tidy the car up a little bit. Move around to the front of the vehicle, a couple of stone chips of course. So we've got chips all along the front bumper here, as you can see, so definitely require some work there. It's definitely had some paint on the front bumper, you can clearly see that on the video, so it's definitely had some paint along the front here. Again, you'd expect it from it's a 15-year-old car, so you can expect a bit of paint here and there, and then just these some touch-ins from some stone chips on the front there. That's the exterior of the car. Inside you can see got the cloth, or the sort of suede and leather. As you can see, got a nice tear there in the driver's bolster, so be wary of that of course. Rest of the driver's seat looks fine. Front passenger seat is in a nice condition. Back seats, again as you can see they're fine. You don't get many people fitting in the back, so as you can see there's what appears to be a spring. It says it's for the offside rear spring, as the near side rear spring has been changed, so that just needs fitting to the offside rear. But apart from that, centre console, it's all very nice and tidy, only a bit of wearing around the steering wheel. Inside the car we've got two keys, so you've got one there and one there as well, as snapped off the keyring. Looking at the display whilst I start the car, no issues at all starting the vehicle, starts fine. 99,264 miles. I'd just be wary when I put my foot on the clutch. It does vibrate and make a bit of a noise, which I think is the flywheel, so just be wary of that. Bose sound system, everything works fine, heated seats in there as well, and all the documents, just look to the left of the video.